Nawaz Sharif has been speaking in the last hour. What did he have to say?
Well, he says he's going to go back to Pakistan and he's going to fight these charges. He says he is innocent. He's maintained his innocence throughout this process. He says that these charges are politically motivated and he will continue his struggle until Pakistan is freed from its chains. Now, obviously, this has been going on since at least last year when the Supreme Court ruled that he could no longer keep political office and banned him for 10 years. He could no longer be Prime Minister. He's been in London. We know that he's been in London. His wife is receiving cancer treatment. Now, all this case was initiated after the Panama Papers were leaked. And those papers showed that his children had links to offshore companies that owned property in London. Now, this is absolutely massive for Pakistani politics. The Sharifs are a massive political party and they have lots of support there, and this verdict now comes just weeks before the general election.
And Assad, tell us about the importance of the location you are at.
Well, I'm outside Avonfield House here, where the 4 apartments at the centre of this corruption case. This is one of the most exclusive parts of London. You have to have a lot of money to own properties here, and there's 4 properties that the Sharifs own, and it was believed that Nawaz Sharif was here earlier today. I know he just gave a press conference, but he left from here. Now, there's been protesters outside here. People have been chanting and celebrating. One man was giving out ice creams and sweets, saying that finally this property now belongs to Pakistan, because the court ruled that this property has to be confiscated and become the property of Pakistan. Whether that's going to happen or not, whether the British and the Pakistanis are going to talk about that is another thing. But we are outside the property at the centre of the corruption case that was revealed by the Panama leaks.
Assad, he said earlier that he will return to Islamabad, but what if he doesn't? Is there an extradition treaty between Pakistan and the UK?
Well, there's no extradition treaty between the 2 countries. However, the UK law does allow for exceptional circumstances for a plea to be put in. So, in theory, the Pakistani authorities could ask the British to extradite him. Now, this will all be played out in front of the TV cameras. And now what Nawaz may want is to go back to Pakistan and for his supporters to see him being arrested and taken to prison, because that will reinforce his case that this is politically motivated and could help him before the elections. If he stays here, however, it would seem like he's kind of dodging the charges and dodging justice. So actually, it may be in his interest to go back to Pakistan and fight this, to show to his supporters that he is actually being victimized, as he says, and this is politically motivated.
Many thanks for that there, Assad.